Las Vegas Strip. Oh, place has seen so many great fights over the years. The desert is buzzing. It is Mexican Independence Weekend, and they're all here to see Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. Supremacy in the middleweight division. A fight that some said wouldn't happen, some said needed to marinate. Regardless, it is here. 12 rounds in the middleweight division championship fight. Canelo Alvarez has only lost to Floyd Mayweather in Las Vegas. Gennady Golovkin from Kazakhstan, undefeated 37-0. So many people making predictions and everybody all over the board. But the thing is, both of these fighters have said tonight they're gonna get a knockout. Oof, that's one way to get going on this weekend. And we're gonna get started now with the prelim fights to whet your appetite. Our first one, Marlen Esparza, Araceli Palacios Esparza out of Houston, Texas, dedicated to fight the flood victims from Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. Esparza, an Olympian, 2-0, making her way in her young career. Araceli Palacios, a veteran at 30 years old from Durango, Mexico, 8-7, but rugged, and we should give Marlen Esparza some good work. That is 6th round in the flyweight division. And the other 6th round fight, they're making your way, Dallas, Texas zone. Look at that, 6-0, 6 KOs against solid opponents. Virgil Ortiz taking on Cesar Valenzuela from El Paso, Texas. So a couple Texas kids going at it. Ortiz didn't go to the Olympics, but there was talk that if he would have decided to go to the Olympic route, would have made the squad. He's 19 years old. A lot of praise being heaped on him by boxing experts and also the Golden Boy staff. Oh, and Hall of Famer Oscar De La Hoya. About 90 degrees outside right now in Las Vegas. We are in the year-old T-Mobile Arena. There you see the lights moving around. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. Their faces are all over the desert. And we are inside the T-Mobile Arena. That'll be the main event tonight. But right now, fights. Marlen Esparza, Araceli Palacios, and Virgil Ortiz. And then the co-feature tonight, Joseph Diaz Jr., a 2012 Olympian. And a grudge match between Randy Caballero, Diego De La Hoya, and help us out with Ryan Martin and Francisco Rojo. Sorry for being long-winded, Doug Fisher, but I'm excited. I'm fired up for this.
You should be.
And you're the editor of RingTV.com. You're going to be my partner all night long. We are in the building, and just even coming over here, Doug, I know you felt the buzz.
Oh, yeah. No, it's been a long time since I've been in Vegas for this type of atmosphere. I mean, really, yesterday's weigh-in was so intense and so electric and so much of a celebration. I hadn't experienced that probably in 19 or 20 years since Oscar De La Hoya was still undefeated and fighting here, or Mike Tyson was in the tail end of his career, but still a bona fide celebrity and still a bona fide attraction.
We were here all week long. It feels like a blink of an eye. It started Tuesday with the Grand Arrivals, and then yesterday, over 9,000 fans packed into the MGM Grand Arena. Usually there's a couple thousand, but there it is, Gennady Golovkin taking the stage, and it was loud, Doug, when he took that stage. Don't mind me back there taking selfies with him. And then Canelo Alvarez. We thought he was going to shave that beard. No. He showed up. He is a bona fide rock star, the way that the crowd reacted to him. Look at that. Look at that sea of humanity.
That's amazing. That's amazing. It's not surprising, though. These middleweight champions are the most popular fighters in the sport. They have the most dedicated fan bases.
And chiseled 160 pounds on the dot. Gennady Golovkin, the 35-year-old good boy killer, Mexican style.
35 years old, but does not have the body of an old man. That's the best I've seen his physique.
This has to be the best Canelo's ever looked.
Absolutely. He's 27 years old, and he's just now entering his athletic prime, and he looks like he's peaking at the right moment.
Yeah, they don't talk much. They don't talk trash.
No, they're fighters. They're not talkers.
And they are going to go at it, but they're only trash talking. Not even trash talking, just more like the crowd. How loud they got it.
Look at that icy stare. That is the coldest look I've seen in a prize fight in a long time. And Canelo's got that defiance in his eyes, like, I'm not scared of you. I'm coming in here to win.
Here we are, champion versus champion.
That is the main event tonight. Canelo
Both
Alvarez,
weighing in at
Golovkin
160. It all
for
goes
the
down to the
middleweight
bottom
division
line.
belts.
Are at the peak of their careers. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna be a great fight.
Two of boxing's greatest champions will enter the ring. Canelo versus Golovkin at ringtv.com, the official online pay-per-view.
I'm gonna keep it real simple. Somebody will get knocked up out.
Don't miss the fight for world supremacy, September 16th.
Let me tell you a little something about boxing. The greatest moments have always been when the best fight the best. Pay attention. History is about to repeat itself. Canelo versus Golovkin, Saturday, September 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
Inside the T-Mobile Arena, the pay-per-view tonight. Right now, you get this stuff for free. Whetting your appetite, and also you're like, ooh, Beto, the crew's got it all going down. That's exactly what we're going to do. Ringtv.com. If you're at home right now and you're like, man, I got to go to this wedding. I got to go to this kid's birthday party. I got to go to work. How can I watch it? Or your phone, your computer, your iPad, whatever you want to do, ringtv.com. It is a legit stream. The technology is fantastic. Great quality. It's not going to cut out on you. And the way that these two guys are going to go at it, you don't want to miss out. Ringtv.com, order it, tell a friend, share it, tell everybody, because you're holding that phone at the backyard boogie. You don't want 10 people around you. You're like, no, because you're going to hear me and Doug say, ooh, all night long. You want to go and tell everybody where it's at. Ringtv.com, Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. And Doug, this is a promotion that started with a 4-city tour. They went across the pond. They were everywhere. They've done a lot of media together. They've done stare downs. But yesterday, that look was, it's game time.
Yeah,
it is here.
Yeah, that weigh-in to me, the weigh-in and the final press conference really kind of brought it home to me that we're just days and hours away. But it also was a message from both fighters that, hey, we're done promoting. You know what? We're done with these interviews. We're done talking about it. We're ready to be about it. Both these guys have the type of demeanor and fighting styles to where they're called throwback fighters. And for months we've been hearing about how this fight is going to kind of live up to the great history of the middleweight championship. But I'm ready, and I'm sure the fighters themselves are ready just to get in that ring tonight and make their own history.
That everybody is just like, you know what, let's go. We've talked about it long enough, but this was a fight that Oscar De La Hoya, the Hall of Famer and founder of Golden Boy Promotions, said it needed to marinate. Canelo needed to figure out how to get to 160 because he had been fighting at 54. As our first fighter of the night is making her way into the ring.
This should be Araceli Palacios.
Yes, it is. Araceli Palacios coming in, some mariachi music. But yeah, Doug, I've worked with you for a few years now, having read you for so many years. I'm so pumped up to be here right now.
You should be. You should be. Listen, these fights like Golovkin, Alvarez are the kind of fights that when they happen, they're the best fights that can happen. They're the best fights on paper. But years from now, we'll look back at this as history, as part of boxing folklore.
And Marlene Esparza and Araceli Palacios will be able to say that they were the first fight of the night when Triple G and Canelo met for the first time. There you see Palacio, Durango, Mexico, 30 years old, got the brains going. She actually made weight. It was scheduled for contract was 110 pounds. She was on the dot. Marlene Esparza, her opponent, who should do better than this.
Yeah.
Came in at a pound and a half
She's
over.
an Olympian. She's a professional now. She's got an elite team around her. However, I have a feeling that being from Houston, with all that's happened with Houston recently, with these severe storms, and having to train away from home and away from her family and friends and not being able to help them out, being in the Bay Area in California where she trains, I have to wonder if that was a distraction.
Telling the tape for our opening bout tonight.
And they match up pretty well. Listen, at age 28, Marlon Esparza is 2 years younger. Palacios is the taller fighter significantly, and she is the rangier fighter.
Should be a good one. Marlena Esparza, a lot of hype behind her. Decorated amateur. A lot of sponsors with her. But when the moment comes into the ring, she's got those tools. Tonight, our ring announcer for the Freeview fights is the one and only, the Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and welcome to T-Mobile Arena here in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, for an exciting day and night of action-packed world-class boxing, all brought to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. All bouts tonight are sponsored by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Hennessy, never stop, never settle. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Also, Fred Loya Insurance, put Fred Loya in your corner. Interjet, Aerolínea Oficial del Box, the smart way to fly to Mexico. And Marvel Studios, Thor Ragnarok, in theaters everywhere, November 3rd. And we are set to go, fight fans, our first bout today, 6 rounds, female action, this in the flyweight division. Your 3 judges scoring at ringside, Eric Cheek, Robert Hoyle, and Ricardo Casio. When the bell rings and the action begins, referee in charge, Jay Nady. Introducing you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing green with yellow, she weighed in officially 110 pounds. In 15 professional bouts, her record 8 victories, 7 defeats with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Desde Durango, Mexico, here is Araceli Destroyer Palacios. And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue with red, weighed in officially 111 1/2 pounds. This professional stands perfect in 2 bouts, 2 victories, no defeats. A 2012 U.S. Olympic bronze medalist from Houston, Texas, the undefeated Marlena Esparza.
Fighters come center. 6 rounds. 3 momentos. 3-minute rounds. Touch gloves now. Buena suerte, good luck. Touch, touch. Let's go to work.
Jay Nady, the referee for tonight's opening bout, the flyweight division. Marlena Esparza, Araceli Palacios, opening bout on the night of Canelo and Gennady Golovkin. There you see Esparza, 28 years old, out of Houston, Texas now, training with Virgil Ortiz in the Bay Area. We are underway. Bethel Duran, Doug Fisher, scheduled for 6 rounds. Marlena Esparza, highly decorated Olympian. A lot of potential behind her. Made her pro debut on TV, so that's what they think about her. Signed to a promotional contract by Golden Boy Promotions, the only female on their roster. This one, as you notice, it's scheduled for 3-minute rounds. Most female fights are 2 minutes. It's something that Esparza says she takes a lot of pride in, wanting to fight those 3 minutes.
Yeah, she pushed for this.
We were here in May, we saw her fight. That was Canelo and Chavez Jr. She was happy because it was history. First time a female fight win 3 minutes. You see that Olympic tattoo on her left shoulder.
She won in 3-minute rounds, but you could tell at the end of the 4th round, she wasn't used to fighting 3 minutes at a time, and she was a big gas.
And another thing is, by going 3-minute rounds, you got to make sure you find an opponent willing to dance with you.
That's right. Female boxers, female professional boxers are used to boxing 2-minute rounds, which generally makes for a faster pace.
Esparza trains and spars with a lot of male fighters who are flyweights.
We should mention that her trainer is an elite professional trainer, Virgil Hunter, famed for his work with Andre Ward.
Esparza won the bronze medal at the 2012 games in London. Pasadena, Texas, where she went to high school. You know, there's been a lot of publicity around her. Had documentaries on her, a lot of different magazine photo shoots. Has the look, has the talent. And as her career continues to grow.
She's very well spoken as well.
Oh, yeah.
Very articulate, very thoughtful interview. Of course, none of that matters if you can't fight.
No.
And just because you were an amateur standout doesn't necessarily guarantee success in the professional ranks.
We've seen a lot of people that have a lot of hype.
Yeah.
And they get in the ring and like, oh. Marlene Esparza looks like she has the goods in her boxing ability.
It looks like she's changing her style a bit. Her first 2 professional bouts, she had a very busy, mobile style, kind of reminded me of the amateur style. And I can tell here she's more settled down, placing her punches and thinking about her shots before she lets them go.
Bouncing around, more calm for her first couple fights. Because Esparza in the red, white, and blue. Final seconds of the opening round of the night where Golovkin and Triple G were going to go at it. That'll be later on tonight. You're watching Esparza and Palacios, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas.
Pero por dentro, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 por dentro, 1, 2, 3 por dentro, y presiónala, así como te estás moviendo, ¿de acuerdo? Así como te estás moviendo. Vamos a ganarle otra vez este round, ¿de acuerdo? Pero presiónala para que no haga.
Good overhand right from Palacios. I got her.
And landed right on the ear, but Esparza was able to land her own left hook to Palacios' ear.
Good fill-out round between the 2 female fighters. Araceli Palacios, trained by Primo Ramos, Armando Valadez, and Gregory Fajardo. Durango, Mexico, the northern part of the state.
Some tough fighters that come out of that region.
Oh, yeah. Those alacranes, right? The scorpions are in there.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're known. That country, that state in Mexico.
That's what they're known for. That's a tough area.
Yeah.
Those are some nasty bugs.
Oh, good shot from Marlene Esparza in the body.
I'm thinking Palacios needs to show more sting. This is just it's a 6-round fight. She has to imagine in a round where not a lot happens, the sharper boxer, which is Esparza, is going to get that round on the official scorecards. I think there needs to be more pressure and more volume from Palacios.
Palacios 8-7 in her career. Destroyer on the back of her trucks. Esparza gets good work being up there with Virgil Hunter. Andre Ward, of course, his prize fighter. Just being around that gym, you got to pick something up.
Sure, you got luminaries such as Andre Berto, Amir Khan, Peter Quillen, Kid Chocolate.
Yeah.
It's been up there. So a lot of world-class fighters, a lot of former champions. It's got to be motivating for an up-and-comer to be around that class of fighter.
Especially when you're trying to make it a big name for yourself in the sport of boxing. Esparza, people know her name. They know who she is. To get to the next level, you got to put on a show. Less than a minute to go in the second round. Gets hit by Palacios with the right. Palacios with a tight guard. Good movement from Esparza.
Palacios seems a bit awkward,
Yeah,
and a little bit confused on how she wants to fight Esparza. She wades in, she'll throw one shot, miss, and then step back out into range. And I think that's a mistake. I think if she's going to try to counterpunch, then she needs to be at middle distance. And if she wants to pressure, then she needs to stay inside when she gets inside and work. It means she's going to get hit by the faster, crisper punches of Esparza, but that's probably her only chance of pulling Esparza out of her zone and landing significant punches of her own.
10 seconds to go in the second round. Scheduled for 6. Between Marlena Esparza, Araceli Palacios. Opening bout of the night of Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin in the main event.
¿Qué tal, Pedro? No, nada. Nada. Entonces, tírale más golpes a la serie. Tú puedes. Vamos, más golpecitos. Nada pega, pero hay que tirarle combinaciones.
Lands a right, follows by 2 hooks, follows by a cross hook combination that misses. She still got the better of that exchange.
Junior 1981 watching us on ringtv.com says that he already bought the fight for tonight, the pay-per-view. That's the way to do it, Junior, out in California.
Good job.
Ringtv.com is where you can buy tonight's pay-per-view. Ryan Martin will lead off the broadcast. After that, Diego De Loya and Randy Caballero.
That's a heck of a fight.
Oh, it is. And that way you can get a little intense. I'm pushing back and forth.
Yeah, that's how young fighters should be.
And then it'd be Joseph Diaz Jr., undefeated fighter out of South El Monte. And then after that, the main event. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. Marlena Esparza in the red, white, and blue. Here in the third round, controlling this fight. More calm, more precise Marlena Esparza than after the first 2.
Yeah, and she's more confident here in round 3 than she was in the opening round. She's warming up, getting into her rhythm, feeling like she can touch her opponent whenever she wants to touch her opponent and evade Palacios' return fire. Because that's exactly what's happening.
Popping her shots is Esparza.
Palacios is pretty good at picking off a lot of these shots or partially blocking them, but she's just not landing anything. So she's kind of keeping herself safe as she wades in, but she's not getting any work done. She's not scoring any points.
Palacios turned pro in 2012, so while Marlena Esparza was at the Olympics, Palacios lost one in 2012. That's jumped up her career. In her last fight, she went the distance. This Palacios with Sinisa Estrada, fighter out of Los Angeles. She lost unanimous decision. But that fight is won. You bring up the name Sinisa Esparza, you bring up the name Marlena Esparza.
It seems like a natural matchup down the road.
And the way of 2017, social media is the one that's really pushing those two. Now, Sinisa's a bit smaller in weight-wise, but eventually that could be the one down the line. And we've seen Sinisa fight on a Golden Boy card. She's not signed by Golden Boy. We've seen her sells tickets as a follower.
She's actually fought under a couple of Gennady Golovkin shows. Yeah, at least 3.
Yeah, at the Forum in Inglewood.
And I believe she fought recently on the undercard of the Superbad show at StubHub Center in Carson, California, where the main event was the rematch between Sarisa Ketso Rungvisai and Roman Gonzalez. So she's fought on some big cards, but she's never received the amount of exposure, obviously, as an Olympic medalist like Marlena Esparza has.
11-0, Esparza here in her third fight, looking good. 3 rounds. That'll be a fight later on down the road. Right now, Esparza controlling Palacios.
Some points you're gonna get hurt. Don't force it, okay? Just keep doing what you're doing, you hear me? Good job. Real good job. Real good job. Big. Feeling good, huh? You're looking good. You're looking like $1 million. Keep doing it all for you. Okay?
Pero también tírale por dentro. La derecha le metiste ya 2. Se está volviendo. ¿De acuerdo? Por dentro. Vamos así. Recíbela por dentro. Y cuando entras, la toca.
Right cross, left hook combination, lands right on the button, for Esparza. And here's sort of a right uppercut followed by a beautiful left hook. Lands flush on the cheekbone.
Bethel Duran, Doug Fisher here ringside at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Gennady Golovkin, Saul Canelo Alvarez will be going at it later on tonight, a little bit after 8 o'clock Pacific time. RingTV.com. Order for your mobile device right now. The preview, Marlon Esparza, Araceli Palacios. After this will be Virgil Ortiz against Cesar Valenzuela.
We're seeing Esparza add layers to her game as this fight progresses. First round, I think, was just feeling out. The second round was about establishing distance and control of the tempo. Third round, she stepped up her aggression. We'll see if she continues that in the fourth round.
She moves around nicely, does Esparza.
Yeah, especially when she's warmed up.
Good uppercut from fighter from Houston, Texas. Going back to the well with it. Snaps her jab. Palacios more just keeping that tight guard.
And she's cagey. She has 15 pro bouts under her belt, whereas Esparza only has 2 pro bouts, but because of that extensive amateur career, they're probably on equal footing in terms of experience.
Esparza flying all over the world as an amateur. Representing the United States.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Esparza's experience is probably better than Palacios. Yeah. She's fighting elite amateurs in a variety of styles. That, of course, is one of the key questions going into tonight's middleweight championship is who has the edge of experience. Because Gennady Golovkin had over 350 amateur bouts, and it was an elite amateur career. Canelo Alvarez had like between 30 and 40 regional amateur bouts, junior amateur bouts in Guadalajara. But he's got more professional rounds, more professional fights. So who has the edge in experience?
Canelo Alvarez turned pro at 15. That's a little bit of a backyard bar, from what I've been told. And then in 2004, Gennady Golovkin, silver medalist representing Kazakhstan. On the early parts of his career in Germany, finally made it to the United States and to Las Vegas for the first time. So, you know, Sinatra used to say, make it in New York, make it anywhere. If you're a boxer, you make it in Vegas.
Yeah, Triple G's already made it in New York. He wants to be a star. If you want to be a pay-per-view star in boxing, you got to come to Bright Light City. You got to come to Las Vegas. You think of all the pay-per-view stars in the past 25 years, Mike Tyson to Oscar De La Hoya to Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, their big fights were here. So if Golovkin wants to be on that level, he's got to win tonight. That look impressive was it had to be here.
And Marlon Esparza was looking sharp through 4 rounds. She's controlling the fight against Araceli Palacios. Living in Houston, Texas, continuing to improve in her young career.
¿De acuerdo? Respira, respira. ¿Estás cansada? No, que hay que tirar más golpes, Araceli. Tírale más golpes. Tírale más golpes. Cuando se te enconcha, tírale con todo. No le hace que no le des, aunque le des en el brazo, la vas a cansar en los brazos. ¿De acuerdo? Vamos. Vamos a ganar este round.
We know she got to swing for the fence. So she's going to bring one punch at a time. Okay? Now, when she throws that right, if you want your left, you can move in. You can step in and hit her with your right hook now. When she throws that right out of position and leans, you got that. Stay focused, woman.
Misses with an uppercut, but she clips Palacios with the hook, comes back with a short right cross on the inside before moving out of range.
5th round, main event tonight. Gennady Golovkin, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Right now you're watching Marlon Esparza and Araceli Palacios.
Esparza's got to watch that right hand. Palacios doesn't have a glossy record or many knockouts to her credit, but it seems like that right cross has some power to it. So far, classed up Esparza, especially in rounds 3 and 4.
Working with Virgil Hunter over and over and over. You can see that improvement.
And I can see the Hunter imprint on her style. Taking it round by round, winning the fight round by round, not being in a hurry, having a reason to let your hands down. When you let one punch go, it has a target, it has a reason, it has a purpose. Exactly, punch with purpose, and also be defensively responsible. And Esparza is doing that.
Body work from Esparza, goes upstairs with a hook. Combo, she throws his 1-2 really nice. Snaps it.
Just
We're seeing some good stick and move. We're seeing some nice head and upper body movement. We're seeing combinations whenever they engage on the inside. Palacios is bringing a little bit more in this round, though. She would expect from the more experienced professional.
Goes the distance most of her fights.
bring that right hook around.
Don't get dropped. He's gonna give you rounds. It's good to know for a fighter like Esparza.
Bring there right there. Nice shot.
She's getting some good work. And I can tell she's still getting used to being a professional, fighting without the headgear.
Nice shot.
That's another good point. They went from that amateur style.
Going, going from 2-minute rounds to 3-minute rounds. She's sitting between rounds. Even though this isn't a grueling fight, she's breathing kind of hard, And I don't think that's physical. That might be more mental.
One thing is nothing replicates actually being inside that ring.
And it's kind of strange, too. You find out that you're fighting underneath the biggest fat card of 2017, and you're in an empty arena. When you first hear that, oh, Canelo, Golovkin, I'm on that show. You're thinking there's going to be, 15,000 people cheering while you're fighting. Well, not when you're the first bout of the night.
Everybody about once. That's correct. You got to move your way on up, and Marlena Esparza trying to climb the ranks of the women's boxing world quickly.
Bien, hay que echar todo en este round, ¿de acuerdo? Hay que echar todo. Tírale golpes, no la dejes. Si te tira 2, tírale 4. Si te tira 2, tírale 4. No la dejes que te haga puntos, ¿de acuerdo? No la dejes, por favor. Hagan este round a fuerza, tienes que ganarlo, ¿de acuerdo?
Ultima, last round.
Tienes que ganarlo, ¿de acuerdo? Es el último, tira golpes, ya no hay otro. Que no te tire 2 y tú no le tires nada, tienes que tirarle 4 o 5.
Exchange. Power shots, the right hand from Palacios. The hook from Esparza. Later in the round, there's a right cross followed by a beautiful left hook. Might have rocked Palacios a little bit.
Sixth and final round. You see Jay Nady bringing them in like, look, let's tap gloves. Come on, touch no gloves, let's just go.
Jay Nady is old school.
It's good though. You gotta keep that in there. See how Esparza closes out the fight.
She's held her form well.
Yeah.
She's paced herself very well.
Did come in 1.5 pounds overweight. They had to work out an agreement. They would have this fight. Some adjustments on the contract from Esparza.
Right, if she didn't lose the weight, she's got to pay some money.
Yep, and she didn't, so you're fighting 6 rounds, you're gonna have to do something. Punish your opponent. Araceli Palacios in the green, Durango, Mexico.
Nice shot.
You see the movement, you're mentioning it from Esparza. How, back there, lands that right, moves quickly.
Yeah, it's not just about her hands, it's about her feet. She's got the proper foot placement for the right balance, but she also uses her feet to control distance.
Houston, Texas own Marlena Esparza. She got the snack system brand at the Chopin. She got a yogurt sponsorship.
Yeah. I mean, way before she turned pro, she understood the importance of marketing
and you have to do
sponsors, and she's done a great job with that.
Boxing for women, first introduced in 2012 Olympics, so she was the first female Olympian medalist in the United States, which is awesome.
Right, she won her bronze medal before Clarissa Shields won her gold medal. And she's more mature than Clarissa Shields and just better spoken, at least at this stage of their careers. And it was like that in the amateurs as well. So she's a great spokesperson for women's boxing.
Shields very active on her Twitter account.
Yes, she is.
You see the development from Esparza? You're gonna move her on. Third pro fight, she's working 6 rounds, which is a great sign.
Well, they can't take too long to develop her. She's 28.
You gotta strike while iron's hot. Well, that's another thing. The amateurs probably making more money sponsorship-wise than in the pros, where you're fighting the first fight of the night. And it's the main event tonight is Golovkin, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Order it online at ringtv.com. We start at 5 o'clock on the dot with Ryan Martin going out against Chito Rojo from Mexico City.
Good showing from Esparza. She's getting clipped with some of these overhand rights. That's something she's going to have to work with Virgil Hunter. But that's what these fights are all about, learning.
More money on the car insurance.
The trademark, but there's more. Lots of them. Take a look.
Like if you own your own home, there's a discount for that. If you have fire insurance, there's a discount for that. No wonder thousands of people are saving more money by switching to Fenway Insurance.
So now you know, you can pull right now. Call Fenway Insurance. Cerró muy padre el último round. Muy bien. Bien cerrado el último round. A ver cómo nos fue ahí, pero estamos bien.
No, pues no se la pueden dar, pues ella presionó toda la pelea. No se la pueden dar, lo que pasa es... No pueden estar los jueces ciegos. Ella le ganó toda la pelea.
Estuvo atacando.
Claro, ella es la que hizo la pelea, siempre.
I got scissors, my man, scissors. Ahí está. I gotta go.
6 rounds of boxing. We go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have it 60-54. Your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Marlon Esparza.
What's so hard when you got to pay cash? They ain't never had that dedication. People say we changed, we made it.
We'll see her on the next Golden Boy promotion card later on this year.
They need to keep her busy. The busier she is, the faster she will progress. She's 28 years old, so they don't have a lot of time to spend with the developmental process. But she is making progress. Let's watch how this fight unfolded. Esparza out, working her jab from a distance, keeping a high guard, letting her hands go, winning range. She has the better timing. Turned that left hook beautifully. Found a hole for her right cross and her hook. But occasionally got touched up by the right hand from Araceli Palacios. So a shutout on the official scorecards. Not 100% perfect, but this is why we have fights like this. She'll go back to the gym with Virgil Hunter and learn from her mistakes.
3 fights in, 3-0. Could start her young career, make the progress, make the moves, and keep on growing for Marlon Esparza. Our next fight coming up will be Virgil Ortiz and Cesar Valenzuela.
Are at the peak of their careers. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna be a great fight.
2 of boxing's greatest champions will enter the ring. Canelo versus Golovkin at ringtv.com, the official online pay-per-view.
I'm going to keep it real simple. Somebody will get knocked out.
Don't miss the fight for world supremacy, September 16th.
Let me tell you a little something about boxing. The greatest moments have always been when the best fight the best. Pay attention. History is about to repeat itself. Canelo versus Golovkin, Saturday, September 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
Oh, there you see shining right there in gold, that middle, that new building, that's the T-Mobile Arena, where tonight Gennady Golovkin and Triple G will go at it. Oh, it's a new facility right down the street from the MGM Grand, the host hotel, where these fighters showed up on Tuesday to a frenzy in the lobby. The grand arrivals, press conferences all week, a lot of cool different activities for the fans. Some fans just made a vacation out of it. Some came from England, some came from Kazakhstan. They go on to see this fight. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. Order it right now at ringtv.com, and you'll be able to watch this wherever you go on your mobile device. Or if you're at home and you got to go pick up the kids, or if you got a soccer game, you got a Pop Warner game, and you don't want to miss it, you want to be the cool guy or the cool lady, you want to have this fight on your mobile device. ringtv.com in great quality. Tonight is how you order that fight, and right there, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I'll mention Pacific because we're in Las Vegas. You got to stay Pacific with this, Dougie Fisher. And it's going to start with blue chip Ryan Martin. That kid is one to keep an eye on. People stand there and watch that show. I've never done it. I try and buy it because I'm on my way to the T-Mobile to make sure I don't miss the show between Big Drama Show and the Canelo Alvarez tonight. Our next fight coming your way, a fighter who one day has dreams of being the main event in Las Vegas. That is Virgil Ortiz, a 19 years old out of Dallas, Texas, trained by Joel Diaz. He's taking on Cesar Valenzuela out of El Paso, now living in Phoenix, Arizona. That is Valenzuela, 31-year-old, rated 7'1". Walking in right now.
He's a tough dude, too, by the way.
You've seen this kid?
Well, yeah, he took Alexis Rocha the distance, I believe, in his last fight. That says something, because Rocha, just like Ortiz, is a young power puncher, but Rocha, I think, is a lot bigger naturally than Ortiz. I think Rocha is a welterweight who will probably wind up at junior middleweight, whereas Virgil Ortiz, he is definitely a natural, at least for the time being, junior welterweight.
Coming into Vicente Fernandez, no me sé rajar. I don't back down from anybody, Dougie.
Yeah, I mean, the glaring statistic here is age. Virgil Ortiz is still a teenager, 19 years old. He is the taller man by 2 inches, and he has a very, very slight reach advantage.
Joe Martinez, our ring announcer, is ready.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our next fight tonight, 6 rounds. This scheduled in the super lightweight division. Your 3 judges scoring at ringside, Kermit Bayless, Max DeLuca, and Glenn Feldman. And when the action begins inside the ring, referee in charge, Hall of Famer Robert Burr. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white, trimmed in red and green, he weighed in officially 140 pounds even. In 8 professional bouts, his record 7 victories, 1 defeat, 2 wins, coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing El Paso, Texas, here is Cesar Valenzuela. And across the ring stands his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing black with gold, he also weighed in 140 pounds. In 6 professional bouts, he stands perfect, 6 victories, no defeats, all 6 wins coming by way of knockout. From Dallas, Texas, here is the undefeated, hard-hitting super lightweight, Virgil Ortiz.
Gentlemen, you had your instructions in the dressing room. The only thing I'll remind you of now, when I tell you stop, what that means is stop whatever you're doing, give me a clean break. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Gentlemen, let's do it.
We're ready to go. Hall of Famer Robert Byrd, third man in the ring. Virgil Ortiz, Cesar Valenzuela, ready to get going on the night of Gennady Golovkin and Triple G. That fight can be ordered at ringtv.com. There you see 19-year-old Virgil Ortiz underway in this scrap. Virgil from Dallas, Texas. Trains in Indio, California, Coachella Valley. That's where his trainer, Joel Diaz, is at. Base, of course, Joel Diaz, you guys know the name. World champion Timothy Bradley was with him. Now training Lucas Matisse. A great stable that he has in the desert.
And he is very high on Ortiz.
And he doesn't praise anybody.
No, you're right. When he says a young man has promise, that young man better be good. And he knows talent when he sees one. I mean, he came from a fighting family himself.
His brother Tonio also in the corner.
What a pleasure it was watching Antonio Diaz fight. Let's talk about an all-action fighter. Joel was more of the boxer of the group, along with Julio. He was kind of like a boxer-puncher. He was a good blend of the 2 styles. And Virgil Ortiz is a blend of competent boxing and power punching. You mentioned his extensive amateur career. Definitely saying he's one of those amateurs who's better suited for the professional ranks. The manner in which not just the manner in which he fights, but his mentality. You can tell he wants to whack guys out of there.
His last fight, Ortiz got that knockout in the last round.
Stop.
Record, undefeated record with all knockouts, perfect.
And sometimes I think he looks too hard for the knockout. Sometimes I think he loads up a little bit too much. Sometimes I think he throws too many punches too early. He's very busy in this opening round. Usually the first round, you're supposed to feel your opponent out, kind of assess your opponent's style, try to seize control of the tempo without overextending yourself. And it looks like Ortiz just kind of wanted to come out here and make something sensational happen.
No, slip.
Slip.
Get up.
Valenzuela, 31 years old, El Paso, Texas. Was away from the sport for a few years. There's some blood from the right eyebrow of Valenzuela. You see the punches that Ortiz throws with authority, with purpose, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, they've begun to take effect. It could have been from a clash of heads. Maybe that's what produced that mark on the right side of his face. He's pawing at it, but Ortiz has landed a few shots high on the head of Valenzuela, and that can make you feel dizzy, make your legs feel light.
Body shot will make you feel light.
Man, make you feel heavy. So heavy you hit the canvas. And that was that right cross landed sort of on the temple.
Final seconds of the opening round to a youngster in Virgil Ortiz. Another body shot, and that moves away Valenzuela. Strong round for the kid from
Bell.
I want you to keep walking him down, right? Yeah. I want you to keep walking him down, but when he's leaning this way, he's leaning to your left. See, jab, left uppercut, boom, left hook. Okay? You all right? Okay. See, you hurt him twice already. If you really time him, that left,
Ortiz comes right over over the top with the right cross that lands right to the temple.
Seconds out,
Knocks
mouthpiece.
Valenzuela's head over to the
Seconds out,
side.
mouthpiece.
May have momentarily stunned him.
Cesar Valenzuela, 7-1. From El Paso, Texas. Beto Duran, Doug Fisher working our way towards the main event tonight of Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. Valenzuela, he did go the distance with Alexis Rocha. He was 47, which was his first fight in almost 3 years. This is more of his natural weight that he wanted to fight at 140.
So when he fought Lex, he had been away from boxing for 3 years, and he goes the distance with that monster.
Yeah, and well,
this is a tough cat.
The last couple of rounds, he kind of kept his distance too.
Yeah.
We worked out at the Palazzo Theater in downtown Los Angeles, and you can see that Valenzuela starting to feel the effects of those body shots.
Yes.
Valenzuela's a part-time fighter, though. He's a software engineer with a degree in engineering from UTEP.
Let him go.
So
Let him go.
oh, that was right to the solar
Yes.
body shot, guy.
2, 3,
You saw that right
4,
away, Doug, and woo.
5, 6,
Takes your win.
7, 8. You good? Wanna go?
Virgil Ortiz, 6-0. Grand
Here we
Prairie,
go.
Texas Gopher alum. Ran cross country there.
Valenzuela handled that knockdown.
Yes!
Oh, that got him good.
It was to the solar plexus
3,
again, that left.
4,
I don't know if he's getting up from this one, Doug. That
5,
uppercut got him.
I don't
6,
think he's
He
done.
said it.
7,
He's done.
He's
8.
done. You got to know
over.
when you're done. And Virgil Ortiz, a kid who doesn't talk much. He stays in his room in Indio, is teaching himself how to play the guitar and the keyboard. And right now, his grandma Francis and Mela and everybody back in Grand Prairie, Texas, your kid is now 7-0 with 7 KOs. A career that started with Gene at the Rivera Boxing Gym is now having this kid in Las Vegas looking stunning for Golden Boy Promotion.
Well, this 19-year-old introvert has a very promising future. He is just fun to watch because he's so busy and every punch is so hard, but his punch selection, it's the right punch. He's deadly accurate. And I was about to say that Valenzuela handled that first knockdown well because he took his time getting up, but the second one, he knew when to stay down. That was a short left, probably traveled 6 inches right to the solar plexus, right between the rib cages, right to the heart, right to the sternum area, and that takes all your wind. Here's another angle.
Boom.
Beautiful leverage.
I'd rather keep it like that.
And he was kind of holding a little bit.
Ortiz won't let that happen, though. He won't let you tie him up. That was the first knockdown. He went down, spat that mouthpiece out. Or maybe that was the second knockdown. I mean, it was the first knockdown. He went down, and he thought about it.
The second one was the uppercut.
Right.
Good, young man.
The second
Good.
knockdown.
See, Beto, I think it was to the chest. I don't think it was to the jaw, but we'll see again. Boom, yeah. It was a left to the chest again.
A left to the chest.
And then he spat it out, tried to catch it to say, hey, man, I'm done. Let's watch. It was both. It was a left to the chest and then a right to the chin. Double whammy. And at once, Valenzuela knew that he had had enough.
Yeah, that replay. Whew. 19 years old.
7-0, 7 knockouts.
7-0, 7 KOs. And Joe Martinez, our ring announcer. Let's go, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time. 1 minute, 22 seconds. Round number 2. Referee Robert Bird puts a halt to the bout. We have your winner by TKO victory and 7 straight victories, 7 straight knockouts. He is still undefeated. Virgil Ortiz.
Virgil Ortiz, Grand Prairie's own. Goes back to Texas, 7-0.
Hey, said I'm 31.
Perfect record, 100% ratio.
Valenzuela, future world champion. Yeah, I think I agree with you. The punch from both hands. Yeah, and he just such a variety of power punches as well.
And it's not like, Valenzuela knew when he was defeated. And he even told Robert Bird, I'm done. Like he was counting dead. Because he took the shot to solar plex, which a lot of guys would have stayed down from.
Right.
Then he got hit in the chest again, and then the uppercut that finished it. I mean, I give Aldo a lot of credit. I mentioned he's a part-time fighter, but to even just take this fight, because a lot of guys, Roberto Diaz was telling me, is having trouble finding Jorge Ortiz opponents that can give him good work.
I can see why.
People can't give him opportunities. There you see him.
I can see why opponents avoid him.
You think?
I can see why it's difficult to give him quality rounds.
Main event tonight, Gennady Golovkin, Saul Canelo Alvarez, and there you see the Las Vegas Strip. So many great fights over the years, so much history, and tonight, I'm not selling it this hyperbole. This is going to go down as a great fight. This is going to be one of the best.
It's two great boxing styles coming together. It's two fighters who are on top of their game. They both have legitimate claims to the middleweight championship. They both want something from this fight. Gennady Golovkin wants to be recognized as the man in the middleweight division, the champion. Canelo Alvarez wants respect.
Order your fight at ringtv.com. Mano a mano previews this mega fight.
World-class boxing is driven by stars and carried by its champions. But styles are what makes the fight worth watching. Canelo and Golovkin aren't just the best-known middleweights. They're the champions of their division and the most exciting fighters in the weight class.
It's really special. You don't see guys really let it all hang out like this.
He loaded those up. That snap back to head.
Their collision course makes for the biggest boxing event and the most significant championship bout of 2017.
We've made some big fights in the last 15 years, but this has to be probably top 3. Just the fact that these guys are at the peak of their career, but the fact that it's a no-brainer. It's gonna be a great fight.
These two guys really fit each other. Canelo is a fighter that likes to stay planted, not really fleet of foot, likes to work inside off the jab, and has a very good left hook to the body, so he's gonna have to get in close. And Golovkin, with the style that he has dubbed, Mexican style, well, that tells you right there, he wants to come forward behind a hard, heavy jab, and then dig combination.
The Mexican fans have a respect for talent, boxing talent. And they see that Gennady's talent is really off the charts with his knockout power. They like his style. They like the way Abel Sanchez modeled his style really after the great Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
Dicen por ahí que Golovkin está adoptando el estilo del boxeo mexicano. Sí, pero Saúl tiene el corazón mexicano.
Pero soy el mejor peleador del momento ahora y ¡viva México!
I think Canelo's the superior defensive fighter between the two, and I think he's learned in the last couple of years how to utilize that defense. I think he's become smarter and smarter.
Ahorita es el momento de Saúl, del Canelo Álvarez. Él tiene la obligación para continuar con esa historia de boxeo de grandes pesos medios, de triunfar y seguir escribiendo.
The allure of the middleweight division goes back to the turn of the last century. The middleweights weighing in at a strong but agile 160 pounds, combine the power of the heavyweights with the speed and athleticism of the lighter weight classes. Canelo and Golovkin continue this tradition with their blend of sharp technique and brute force.
I think this is a throwback fight to the mid-'80s when the Four Kings were around. It's a fight that the styles are going to mesh so well that they're going to go at each other. I think Canelo has a lot of pressure because of his Mexican heritage to live up to the old warriors of the past. And Golovkin knows one way. He's going to come forward and throw punches.
Middleweight division for me is like an extra because, yeah, you're right, maybe start Sugar Ray Robinson, Carlos Monzon, yeah, Marvin Hagler, Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, just so many great champions.
Canelo and Golovkin understand the historic significance of their fight because they respect and revere the great middleweights of the past.
Tommy Hearns, Hagler, Roberto Durán, Sugar Ray Leonard, hicieron grandes peleas y creo que esta pelea es una
si no es que más grande que las que ellos tuvieron, ¿no? Por todo lo que se ha generado alrededor de esta pelea. Esta pelea es una de las mejores de la historia en los pesos medianos.
For me, middleweight division a little bit extra category, because power, speed, everything, And last 5-6 years, I've destroyed everybody, and right now, it's very interesting. Yes, Canelo, he's a huge fighter and he looks good, and I think he don't have experience in middleweight division.
Felix Trinidad was a left-hand hooker puncher. Triple G can knock you out with both hands.
Both men know that their boxing legacies are on the line, and the only way to live up to the legends of the sport is to deliver a great fight.
Canelo has the opportunity to really make a mark in boxing because of his young age and because of the opponents that he's already faced, but the opponents that he's going to face in the future, he wants to face the very best. He wants to be the very best, and he wants to face them at the peak of their career.
Y'all give it up for the undefeated middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Triple G
Golovkin shouldn't be a star. He's from a very foreign, exotic, unknown land to most Americans. A country that's never had that much of a cultural imprint in America, yet here he is in one of the biggest events in the world, and he's able to sell out arenas from New York to Los Angeles. That's not in the playbook typically. Yet Gennady Golovkin has broken through and become a transcendent figure in the sport of boxing because there's one thing that translates in this sport loudly: knockouts. When you're able to bludgeon people consistently with the type of power and precision that he has, then you start to speak the language of boxing, which is universal.
Both guys are at the peak of their careers. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna be a great fight.
Two of boxing's greatest champions will enter the ring. Canelo versus Golovkin at ringtv.com, the official online pay-per-view.
I'm gonna keep it real simple. Somebody will get knocked out.
Don't miss the fight for world supremacy, September 16th.
Let me tell you a little something about boxing. The greatest moments have always been when the best fight the best. Pay attention. History is about to repeat itself. Canelo versus Golovkin, Saturday, September 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
That's where Bernard Hopkins goes and runs at 6 o'clock in the morning. Every morning. Whenever he's in Las Vegas. Main event tonight. Order it at ringtv.com. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. It starts at 5 o'clock Pacific time. In less than an hour, the pay-per-view will start with blue chip Ryan Martin against Francisco Rojo. But the main event tonight, the supremacy. The belts in the 160-pound division, the middleweight division that's brought us so much history over the years, so many great fights, and should deliver another one tonight with Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin as it is brewing, is getting there. And there you see the open workout a couple weeks ago. Doug, you and I were there sizzling about, a nice calm 98 degrees and that beast. I like the shape that these guys are in. Put it on. Almost 2,000 people outside on a Monday afternoon watching these guys in the heat.
And that meant something to both fighters because a lot of times when star fighters do an immediate workout, they don't even take their shirts off. They don't do anything. They don't hit heavy pads like this. But even in 100-degree weather, Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez wanted to show their fans something, wanted to say thank you for standing out in this heat all this time. Thank you for supporting me.
There you see those fans. Remember, we talked to some of the fans. Cesar Rosales was out there interviewing them. They got that 7 in the morning for a 1 o'clock workout. And the frenzy with Canelo Alvarez shows up anywhere. Like like that. That thud working with Eddie Reynoso. That's from their gym down in Southern California. You hear the thud on the punches as Canelo makes his debut at 160 pounds. When he fought Chavez Jr. here in May, he was 164 and a half. So this will be his first one as a legit 160 pounder.
And hardcore fight fans are saying it's about time.
Yep.
They wanted this last year. They wanted him as a real middleweight, defending the Lineal and Ring Magazine middleweight championships of the world at middleweight, at 160 pounds last year. So he made him wait a little bit, and some are resentful. Some of those folks are rooting for Golovkin, but Canelo, man, he sure has his supporters coming into this moment of truth.
That'll be tonight, the pay-per-view on ringtv.com. We are inside the T-Mobile Arena. Not even 2 years old, this building. Already had some cool moments. I mean, Guns N' Roses opened up the building.
That tells you something right there.
And then the next night, there's Canelo. The first boxing match, the first sporting event at T-Mobile Arena was Canelo Alvarez
versus Amir Khan.
Yep.
And that's when the public's appetite was really fired up for tonight's matchup, because Canelo called Golovkin into the ring after knocking out Amir Khan.
Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, making his way into the ring of Juan Valenzuela.
Damage Group.
Making his way into the ring right now, Juan Valenzuela. Cesar Valenzuela just stopped by Virgil Ortiz.
No relation that we know of.
The Las Vegas Strip, it continues to grow with buildings, and fighters continue to grow their names. Juan Valenzuela, rugged veteran out of Chula Vista down in Southern California on the border. Coming into the ring.
Accompanied by trainer of Triple G. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the undefeated Sergi Bohacek.
That's how good of a vibe I got going on right now. Oh, his nickname, El Flaco. He is Russian. He's from the Ukraine. And his nickname, El Flaco, the skinny one.
Yeah, because he's a tall and rangy welterweight.
All right. Okay.
I like that. We have El Animal with Jason Quigley from Ireland, and now we have El Flaco.
Well, you train in Mexican gyms, you're going to pick up some vibes. I didn't know you were going to pick up an entrance song, too. Or unless Abel can't just pick it for himself. This is a love song. Y volver, volver. We're about to get going right now. Yeah, I can't talk over that part. You gotta let that man. It's like Sinatra or Dumont going, you just gotta react.
Do not interfere.
So it's like, come back to your arms again. Go, Joe Martinez. Y volver, please.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the final bout of our free view as I segue into our main event this evening. Later on tonight on HBO pay-per-view, this bout scheduled 4 rounds in the super welterweight division. The 3 judges scoring at ringside: Tim Cheatham, Bert Clements, and Patricia Morse-Jarman. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Jay Nady. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple, trimmed in silver, he weighed in 154.5 pounds. A veteran of 16 professional bouts. His record, 5 victories with 5 knockouts. He hails from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Here is Joan Sombra Valenzuela. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white, trimmed in blue, weighed in officially 150 pounds even. He has 4 professional bouts, 4 victories, all 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, here is the undefeated Sergey El Flaco Bohachuk.
4 rounds. Good luck. Touch gloves. Let's go to work.
El Flaco, the skinny one.
Thanks, Joe.
Bohachuk says here he's from Los Angeles, but originally from the Ukraine. Trained with Abel Sanchez at the Summit Gym in Big Bear, California.
Ring the bell. Start the fight.
We are underway. As Bohachuk 4-0 in his young career. Goes a distance. Turned pro this year, so this will be his 5th fight. Actually, I'm sorry, 4-0 with 4 KOs. KO in the second, KO in the first, KO in the third, KO in the second of his last fight.
So he is an
That was low.
explosive thin man.
Abajo.
He's 22 years old. Let me give you the scouting report from our man, Ryan Scalia.
And you often see a lot of power and athleticism from these tall, rangy, wiry types. He definitely has that sinewy, wiry look to his musculature.
Ryan Scalia, Ryan5CA on Twitter. The scouting report from him. Up next is the Ukrainian Margarito.
Uh-oh.
Tall guy that walks forward, takes punches, and delivers even more punches. So he's fan-friendly, I say.
Yes. And I don't know much about him, but being from the Ukraine, I'm going to guess he had some amateur fights.
Against this type of opposition, the report from Ryan says he can jab, use the height to box, but he drags better boxers into wars. Boxing hipster Ryan Scalia bringing it strong.
Hey, I like that. You can't go wrong with his scouting reports because he watches everything. I don't care where it's happening.
That's why
somehow he finds a stream and he watches it.
And that's why he's on our payroll right now.
There you go.
And the stream you need is ringtv.com to order the main event tonight of Gennady Golovkin and Saul Canelo Alvarez.
It looks like he's. I was about
Like
to
a
say
mesa.
that
Watch your head.
Valenzuela's already in survival mode, but it looks like he's trying to mount some kind of offense. But it's all he can do is just to protect his midsection from those body shots from Bohachuk.
La Sombra, the shade, is it Valenzuela's nickname, and his arms are already tired. Can hit with the right. Sombra was recently stopped by a fighter we know very well by Golden Boy standards, Jonathan Navarro.
No shame in that.
Thunder stopped him in the 5th round. It was scheduled 6th. That was in April.
I remember that fight now. I'm remembering it. And I remember thinking back then that Valenzuela looked a little punchy around the midsection.
He's a typical Tijuana fighter, scrappy, not gonna have the look for you body-wise, but all corazón and all heart.
You have to just to step into that ring, particularly against guys like Navarro and Bohachuk.
Valenzuela found out about the fight this week. We're having trouble finding opponents for Bohachuk that the commission would approve.
Let's see.
Oh, good crack with the right.
I knew that right hand was coming. He was looking for it.
Make sure you hit us up.
¿Cómo te sientes? Tienes que tirarse ya, cabrón. Cuando él vaya hacia ti, 2, 3 jabs fuertes. ¿Qué te dije? En el viento que le ayudé, lo lastimó con un jab.
Aquí abajo,
Bohacek measures Valenzuela for a body shot, lands partially on the belt line, but mostly above it. But that follow-up right to the body, definitely above the belt line, right towards the liver area.
Second round of action, Beto Duran, Doug Fisher. You're watching El Flaco, Serhii Bohacek. And the white Ukrainian fighter, Juan Valenzuela, got cracked with a strong right hand towards the end of the first round. Flaco means skinny in Spanish. Body shot. Left foot from Bohacek, 22 years old. The Ukrainians obviously making a name for themselves in the sport. Oh, that got him.
Left to the body. Yep.
3, 4,
I don't know if he got
5,
I don't know from that one, Doug.
6,
Abel Sanchez
7,
has taught him well.
8. You okay?
Because those body shots are towards the liver area, and that's what
Box.
paralyzes a fighter.
Valenzuela had to look on his face like, man, cover up. Just cover up right now, Valenzuela.
Hey, Valenzuela's a bit flabby, man, but his heart is all muscle.
Yeah, without a doubt.
He's taking some hellacious shots here.
He's trying to catch his breath. Body shot, got another good body shot from Bohacek. Primacy is Valenzuela. I mean, he is very game, but there's nothing on his punches. Covering up is Valenzuela. Bohacek looking to end this fight here in the second. Valenzuela, slow motion, another body shot. Digging in the body of Bohacek.
We're getting a look at Bohacek's toolbox. We're seeing every punch in the book. Hooks, crosses, uppercuts, body shots. Some nice combinations too. He needs to put more punches together. He wants to put this guy away.
You're gonna learn that those Mexican fighters, they might go down, they might not look great body-wise. You can never question their heart and their toughness.
Stop.
That's it. Jay Nady has seen enough. It is it. It is over. Serhii Bohacek improves the 5-0, 5 KOs. Thank you, Jay Nady, for protecting that fighter, because it was only a matter of time. Juan Valenzuela was just too brave for himself.
Yeah, but he was no longer competing. He was just absorbing punishment. And once that's happening, it's no longer a contest. It's no longer a sporting event. So good stoppage by Nady. He's been around long enough to know when a fighter's had it. And it gave us a round and a half look at Bohacek, and I like what I see. I want to see more of him. Seems like he's just tailor-made for fan-friendly fights.
Well, he's gonna win some Mexican fans over.
Yes, he
once
will.
he gets them in the building.
It was a grazing uppercut, and then the left to the body is what put him down. You see the delayed reaction. Has enough time to pop him with a jab on his way back, on his way to the canvas. Let's get another close-up view. Boom! At left, right in the sweet spot. That was to the rib cage, but also a little bit back towards the liver area. Short right cross on the inside, right to the shoulder. Jay Nady says, oh, stop beating on this kid.
Yeah.
He's done.
He could have easily just stayed down after that first body shot that dropped him.
That's his fighter's pride, and I won't fault him for it. It's the reason why we have officials, when we have good referees.
Joe Martinez ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 1 minute 58 seconds. Round number 2. Referee Jay Nady puts a halt to this bout. Your winner by TKO victory, his 5th consecutive victory, 5th consecutive knockout. He is still undefeated, El Flaco, Serhii Bohacek.
Sept Fernandez after victories. Tell you, Doug, we talk about marketing for a lot of guys. You know this, any little bit helps.
Listen, you know what? Team Golovkin, they learned Mexican style. They took that and they ran with it. Why not with this guy from the Ukraine?
I'm about to say Sept Fernandez for the next 5 minutes for you, Doug. I mean, we're going to hear that too tonight when Canelo Alvarez makes his way to the ring. The little Mexico lindo y querido.
Both guys are at the peak of their careers. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna be a great fight.
Two of boxing's greatest champions will enter the ring. Canelo versus Golovkin at ringtv.com, the official online pay-per-view.
I'm gonna keep it real simple. Somebody will get knocked out.
Don't miss the fight for world supremacy, September 16th.
Let me tell you a little something about boxing. The greatest moments have always been when the best fight the best. Pay attention. History is about to repeat itself. Canelo versus Golovkin, Saturday, September 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
Inside the T-Mobile Arena, where tonight, Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez will go at it in the middleweight division. Already had some prelim fights, getting warmed up inside here. The fans are starting to trickle in. That'll be at about 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight is when the pay-per-view will start. And there you see the Las Vegas Strip, the MGM, the host hotel. It has been buzzing all week long. The main event is in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, with his only loss to Floyd Mayweather. That's Canelo Alvarez, fighting at 160 pounds for the first time in his career. And then the man that Doug Fisher said was the boogeyman from Kazakhstan is Gennady Golovkin. But before you get to main event, you got to fight on the undercard. One day you're going to be the first fight. Next thing you know, you're the co-feature. Joseph Diaz Jr., perfect record of 24-0, Olympian against Rafael Rivera, his 25-0. He was a late sub coming in on Tuesday. That should be a good one. And JoJo said he wants a shot at the world title, and he got on the scale. And this is a fighter. There you see the weigh-in yesterday. Almost 9,500 people inside the MGM Grand. The Tijuaneco Rafa Rivera came in a pound over. He lost it in 15 minutes. No problem for him. Joseph Diaz Jr. Don't let that smile fool you. There's some pop in that left hand. And let's look at the face-off. This is a title eliminator. JoJo says he wants Gary Russell Jr. He wants a chance to fight for a big belt. He'll stare you down, then he smiles. Careful with that kid. That smile is misleading with him. And the fight we're all waiting for. Two undefeated fighters. The former world champion, Randy Caballero, at 118 pounds, takes on Diego De La Hoya from Mexicali, and now training in Coachella, California. And this is one where this weigh-in was very interested. Not that it's personal, but they don't really care for each other.
It's a little bit personal. I know it is, at least for Randy Caballero.
From Mexicali, Baja California, 23 years old.
And it came to a boiling point at yesterday's weigh-in. The last time he was
122 pounds. Diego De La Hoya, undefeated. 121 pounds for the defending champion.
Getting the opportunity, made weight.
10 rounds of NABF and vacant NABL.
Well, they faced off. Yeah, we're talking about testosterone. We're talking about adrenaline.
Save it for tomorrow night.
They needed to be split up. You know what? Because Caballero, he has a chip on his shoulder, something to prove. And Diego De La Hoya is one of these young up-and-comers where he's used to having the target on his back because of the De La Hoya name, and he's not going to let anybody push him around.
The opening bout at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Blue chip, Ryan Martin. Why is he blue chip? Because you want to buy stock in this kid. He takes on Francisco Rojo from Cancun, Mexico. That's a Pepe Gomez fighter. Cancun boxing, you got to be careful with him. This kid can pop. Ryan Martin has a big test for him tonight. That'll be the opening bout, but Martin has passed all of his tests with flying colors. Order the pay-per-view on Ring TV.
And
you see the weigh-in from yesterday.
135 and a half, 136 is the limit. 135 and 1/2 pounds.
Rojo was a
135 pounds.
Yeah, he was 0.5 over. The problem was They didn't tell Rojo it was 35, right? They said 36 max a pound, give or take. So the commission said, hey, you can drink something, that's fine.
I see.
And then they're like, no, we're drinking it. And
He's overweight too.
You guys told me
The other guy's overweight too.
That's what they're talking about. You guys were telling me that it was fine. 36 was the max.
God, he was memo.
That's what happened there. That was the confusion that was on the stage. I didn't even get a chance to interview him because they like, let's get out of here. Let's just go. We got to keep on.
But he did make weight officially, just as Rivera made weight officially. I didn't know he'd do it that fast.
Yeah, Rivera.
15 minutes?
Yeah, Rivera
He was a whole pound.
He was a whole pound. He was fighting Joseph Diaz Jr. He actually had a fight next week scheduled for him. And he took this fight on Tuesday. He had a pound over. There you see Janita and Billy Joe that took out their girls for tonight. And they've been here all week long, just like us. I mean, I'm tired. You tired? I'm not tired.
No, I'm too hyped up.
Exactly. We're hyped, baby.
These guys are at the peak of their careers. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna be a great fight.
Two of boxing's greatest champions will enter the ring. Canelo versus Golovkin at ringtv.com, the official online pay-per-view.
I'm gonna keep it real simple. Somebody will get knocked out.
Don't miss the fight for world supremacy, September 16th.
Let me tell you a little something about boxing. The greatest moments have always been when the best fight the best. Pay attention. History is about to repeat itself. Canelo versus Golovkin, Saturday, September 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
Tuesday at the MGM, people had lined up to 7 in the morning to hang out in the lobby. Canelo Alvarez, grand arrival, looking like a rock star. That smile on his face, the beard, took off the shades, looked good. Big hug from Oscar De La Hoya. That was their grand arrival Tuesday. Let's go to the board president, Eric Gunn, with the phone. Matchmaker, Roberto Diaz. We were there, and it was loud. Imagine just trying to check into a hotel. That's hard enough as it is. Let alone when you have two stars like Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez and their fans all over the place. And then, you see him. Good boy, Killer. Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, making his way to Las Vegas for the first time in his career. He's done LA, he's done New York, now it's Las Vegas. Don't let the Canelo colors fool you. There were a lot of Golovkin fans in attendance. A lot of them Mexican-American fans.
He has one of the most dedicated and devoted fan bases in all of boxing.
Oh, I know. I see your Twitter.
They're going to ride with him all the way into the ring tonight.
It's trademark 7 Nation Army song blaring, smiles soaking it in. That's the grand arrival. And there you see, at 5 o'clock Pacific time, the pay-per-view, ringtv.com. Get the online pay-per-view. It'll be streaming all over the world on your phone, your iPad, your computer, whatever it is you want to use for a mobile device. It'll be available, even for your Droid. I mean, I'm not going to hate on the Droid people. It works on the Droid. You want to go to ringtv.com and order the fight tonight. And Doug, I've read your mailbag for the last 18 months regarding Triple G and Canelo. People saying it wasn't going to happen, that Canelo was ducking him, that he's waiting for Triple G to get old, blah, 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 blah. We are here now tonight. This is a fight that the fans are going to win.
Oh, absolutely. And listen, the fight wasn't over-marinated. As Steve Kim said, it was marinated, it was cooked, but it wasn't burnt. Gennady Golovkin is still regarded as the top middleweight in the world. He's in everyone's top 5 pound for pound. He's got the most of the major sanctioning organization belts. So Canelo Alvarez is taking him on while he's still at his peak.
At his peak, 2 fighters that are going to leave the fans wanting more. A lot of people saying that this could be the beginning of a trilogy. It's not overhyped. It's not hyperbole. This is what boxing is about. Two fighters in the middleweight division, a glorious division, are going to step into the ring tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific time, and you order it at ringtv.com. You will hear the fans from Mexico, you'll hear the fans from Kazakhstan, and you're going to hear the fans from all over the world as they're going to be treated to a wonderful fight between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Both guys are at the peak of their careers. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna be a great fight.
Two of boxing's greatest champions will enter the ring. Canelo versus Golovkin at ringtv.com, the official online pay-per-view.
I'm gonna keep it real simple. Somebody will get knocked out.
Don't miss the fight for world supremacy, September 16th.
Let me tell you a little something about boxing. The greatest moments have always been when the best fight the best. Pay attention. History is about to repeat itself. Canelo versus Golovkin, Saturday, September 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Ray, let me explain to the crowd how it goes down. Keep me on that beat, Ray. I like that right there, man.